Hi, Adrienne Harrell here again with Newbridge Management. Today I'm here to talk about what makes a good investment property. We always know location, 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 but I'm going to say it again. Location, location, location really matters when it comes to an investment property. The reason why I say location matters is because your risk propensity is going to dictate what kind of an investment property you're going to buy. If you have a higher risk propensity, you might be able to buy a piece of property that is in an area of town that may have higher turnovers and there might be some other risk factors involved in that location. But if you have a lower risk propensity, you might be able to want to buy in a different area. So location really is a key factor in trying to decide where your investment property is going to be. The other thing to keep in mind and consider is the cost of the property. When you're going to be purchasing a property, make sure that the cost is low enough so that the revenue that is being generated as rent is going to cover the cost of not only the mortgage of the property if you're going to be mortgaging it, but also the maintenance of the property. That leads me into the maintenance. Make sure that the property is a low maintenance type of a property. And when I say by low maintenance, I don't necessarily mean to make sure that all of the front yard and the backyard get ripped out and rocks get put in there. A lot of people, especially here in California, are considered, because of the drought, they consider having low maintenance yards or zero-scape yards. Let's face it, we don't live in Arizona. Zero-scape properties are not the most attractive properties here in the state of California. Most people want to have some sort of greenery in their yards. Make sure that the property is low maintenance, but not zero-scaped, because a lot of people do want to have some sort of a yard and some sort of greenery, and that does add to the value of the home, and in the long term, it does make it appreciate rather than depreciate. Tenants don't necessarily take care of yards that have very expensive landscaping. So when I say low maintenance in the yards, make sure that there are just not expensive and too many trees and shrubberies that have to be maintained by the property. And finally, the last thing that makes a really good investment property a good investment is having good tenants in there. Making sure that you do all of the due diligence when it comes to getting a tenant into the property is going to give you a higher return on your investment. Because if you have a tenant that is going to stay in the property long term and is able to pay their rent on time every month in and month out, it's going to render the property a good investment. For these and other tips on how to get into a good investment properties, look us up at newbridgemanagement.com. Thank you. Bye.